Hi, this is Michael at TV Radio 1972, and today I am reviewing the Wanderlust Collective portable speaker and radio that I bought at a local flea market over the weekend for just $12. I have looked on eBay to see what are the prices for this radio, and I've seen them range between $26 and $50, so I consider $12 for this radio an awesome bargain. Here's the packaging on the front. Now flip it over the back, and here it is. Share your summer soundtrack. Retro style speaker brings the tunes to all your summer parties. I'll read out some of the features, and that is convenient portable design with handle, water and sand resistant, compatible with any smartphone or tablet device, a digital audio speaker with built-in AM/FM radio tuner with bass, and a built-in speaker with amplifier. You can pause and read the rest of it. So, it's a neat looking retro style radio. And I'll flip it back to the front, and I'm going to take out the radio. Gonna bring it forward a little bit, and I'll read the dimensions. About 8 inches in length, a height of about 9.5 inches with the handle, and if I close the handle, 8¼ inches, and the depth is about 4 inches. Now, the front of the radio, you have this nice silver retro style here. There's a speaker grill with 2 speakers that are 2.5 inches each. I don't know if they're stereo or not. All I know is that there's 2 speakers. There's your radio dial, FM 88 to 108, and AM 530 to 1700. And you got knobs on the front. You have your treble knob here, your band selector knob here, FM AM auxiliary. You have a tuning wheel, which is a little on the stiff side, but workable. On-off knob, and volume knob. Now, on the side of the radio, there's a latch here. There's another latch on top right here, and that's where you have the handle that's used to protect the radio from sand and water. You have a rubber protector here. I don't know what it's called, I'm just calling it that. And it also protects the radio, but you can also run your auxiliary cable through here, which is wired to the radio. So if the cable breaks, that's it. You can't use auxiliary anymore. And then another latch on the side. And then I'll show you the bottom of the radio. Some hinges here and some legs to stand the radio up. So what I'm going to do is open this radio. Here it is. Right here you have some foam here with a Velcro strap keeping the foam in place that protects the radio. You have an auxiliary cable here that is wired to the radio. So if this breaks, that's it. You're not going to be able to use auxiliary anymore. And that is used to connect your MP3 player or cell phone or your tablet. And then you have your 2 speakers here. Some wires attached to it. And then your battery door is here. If you push it or lift it up, it's a hinged door. That is where the 4 AA batteries are stored. Positives are to the left for the top 2, and positives to the right for the bottom 2. And what I'm going to do is run this auxiliary cable through this hole here so that I can play something from my cell phone later. It'll be a song from the YouTube audio library. Now I'm going to close this up and we're going to start tuning. Now it's not easy to tune, at least from this video, because commands are pretty far away from the camera. So let's go to FM first.
In 10 to 15 and 40 to 50 minutes, leaving the city at
WBGO 88.3 Newark, New Jersey,
so
Jazz 88.
Close to schedule. However, New Jersey Transit.
Now, one little flaw in spots on this radio is that sometimes, even when you tune slowly, because this is a DSP radio, it tends to miss a station here and there. Not as bad as how QFX handles the DSP. I mean, a couple of those radios I've reviewed, they will miss stations if you tune too fast, even if the previous station is too strong. This is an example of missing a station. I'll show you. I'm going to tune to 87.75 WNYZ LP right now, which is the Korean station. Yep, that's 87.75. I can't hang around the music too long because of copyright, but that is the Korean station, WNYZ LP.
So how about it, Michelle? Why is she among the first witnesses to be called here?
Well, it was the way that she was withdrawn. I mean,
that is WNYE, New York City, 91.5.
This was a case when,
slightly off the dial, but it's not too bad.
Engine for $159 a month for 36 months with 3,000.
What's been going on here lately, hurting yourself, and that's just not, and that's just
WEPN 98.7 ESPN New York City.
It's tough. We'll see.
I think that's a little much.
Peter's so right though, because
Star 99.1 WAWZ Zarephath, New Jersey. That's about 35 miles.
Folks gotta do things for folks.
How is that the change in hope?
WBAI 99.5 New York City.
Want people hope for one thing.
They still think they can salvage their season.
WFAN
You can't beat a
101.9 The Fan, New York City.
cancel credits may stop and remaining balance due.
It's a simple concept. A great variety of songs and fewer interruptions. Light FM. Every hour, the most music and variety. More coming up.
WLTW, New York City. 106.7.
Alrighty, Jimmy. Good afternoon to you, my friend. And
WXPK, Briar Cliff Manor, New York.
On the Hutch, traveling northbound, coming out of Helen Bay Park, and
107.1 The Peak.
More delays from Mill Road, basically.
WBLS New York, 107.5. And that is it. Pretty decent on the FM, despite its little quirks with the DSP, although it did a pretty good job during this band scan. Other band scans I've seen, it missed Hot 97 and Q104.3, but I guess they tuned in slow enough to get them the first time around. But if you miss a station, you can always tune in backwards. And I don't know why I left the radio on with that static. Oh well. Anyhow, I'll give you an FM reception report. When I tested, I actually got 43 stations, and 35 of those stations had good signals and only 8 weak ones, so it is a pretty decent FM receiver for this radio, especially for a DSP. So what I'm going to do right now is tune to AM. Now, right now, it is about 4:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from northeastern New Jersey, which means I'm in the critical hours and we're less than an hour before sunset, so there is a possibility I can get some distant stations now. Bali 540 WBWD, Islip, New York, about 51 miles.
To you by Christ alone. This is the revelation
570.
of Jesus Christ.
620. 660.
We got the transcript of the
710.
phone call. We also know that, now we've had the president, the farm.
WNYH 740. Huntington, New York, that's about 39 miles away.
He's done it about Kent. He's done it about
770 WABC.
Cut from the same cloth.
820.
Those.
Comprehensive Cancer Center.
880.
$75.3 million. Americans stepped up their shopping last month.
I'm going to check if this is
online and buying
900.
more cars. The U.S. Commerce Department said retail sales increased 3.1% compared with a year ago. As we wrap up the week, the TSX up 52, the Dow up 187, NASDAQ up 55.
900 CHML, Hamilton, Ontario. 337 miles already coming in. 930.
It's a point of order
970.
question. Adam Schiff. Kitchen. He understands what he...
1010 wins, WINS.
He understands it's totally unacceptable. And we got to get through it. Cleveland quarterback Baker Mayfield.
I hit a little girl.
1050 WEPN, New York City.
3 pedestrian deaths or serious injuries.
Wow, that makes me feel really good. Thanks, Carol.
1130.
Able to tell the world is
to go on a transplant list. So we're just really hoping for a miracle for him. He's got 2 young daughters. He's survived cancer twice. So we know he can beat this. So we're just praying for God, for a miracle for him.
Well, thanks for calling, Jen. I want to pray for you.
WVNJ, Oakland, New Jersey. 1160 Relevant Radio.
Gratitude, your prayer. Sally, we just called as well. It's like, I often think about the Lord.
Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Now back to the music you love best. This is 1190 WLIB, your praise, inspiration, and information station.
Wow, got call letters. That's cool. 1190 WLIB, by the way, New York City.
Trust the friendly, knowledgeable
WFAS, White Plains, New York. That's Sports Radio 1230. That's Suburban Station. Yep, 1250 WMTR Morristown, New Jersey, Classic Oldies. 1280 WADO. 1330. 1380. 1430. WNSW Newark, Relevant Radio. 1480. Whoa. WGHT 1500, Pompton Lakes, New Jersey. 1560, 1600, 1630 WPYJ 708 Clifton, New Jersey. My travel information station that airs just weather.
West winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas around.
해보거든요.
네.
참 재밌는 것들이 많아요.
1660.
제일
Yeah, I'm not getting 1700 right now. Power's a little too weak for it to get here at this time. But you're able to get up to 1700, so as far as AM is concerned, I say it's fairly good on AM if you tune in nice and slow and carefully, because during the day I have an AM reception report. I actually had 43 stations, and 26 of them came in good, but it was also able to detect about 17 weak stations. So it is sensitive enough to pick up the weaker radio stations, and the fact that I was able to get 900 CHML before sunset is pretty cool too. I think because their sunset is earlier than mine, so that's probably why I was able to get Hamilton, Ontario at this time of day. As far as nighttime is concerned, pretty sensitive. I got 59 stations with 37 coming in good, and would have had a 60th station had WLIB 1190 been on the air, because when I did this scan, which was Monday morning, early Monday morning, 1190 was off the air. So I could have probably gotten 60 stations, but I got 37 good signals and 22 weak, so it is sensitive enough to pick up those weaker signals. Now, what I'm going to do last is try out the auxiliary, and I'm going to play some YouTube royalty-free, non-copyright music.
I had a dream.
Oh great, they're playing an ad. Has a good sound to it. It has a great sound to it. I'm going to adjust the treble. No treble. And that is all. Has a great sound to it. Now, since this radio isn't widely available anymore, I only see third-party sellers selling it through Amazon. It's mainly on eBay. Because of that, I'm not going to rate this radio, but I would recommend it. Even with the FM DSP, can be a little flawed at times, but it's very workable. And it's sensitive enough, and AM's pretty sensitive itself for this radio, so I don't think I would spend $50, but if you can get this, I'd say between $15 and $20, I'd say go for it. Maybe one of these future eBay sales will sell at that price, or maybe you go to a flea market one of these days and just happen to find this. If you can get it for under $20, I say go for it. I think beyond 25 would be pushing it. But I enjoy this radio. I think it's a very good radio to have. It has a nice looking retro design to it. It has a handle which I can carry it. So, it's good to use in the beach or even in the bathroom while you're washing up. So, overall, at the right price, I would recommend this radio. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Have a good weekend, everyone, and God bless. Bye-bye.